Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our May newsletter. I am so happy to make this video to share with you what's going on in the last 30 days in our practice group and a little bit of the future. I just know a little bit of the future, and then the rest of May, it will be evolved as we connect to the spirit and learn from them. So here I am. I would like to share with you. I would like to uh, use this opportunity to connect with all of you, especially those of us that cannot come to the practice every day. So when you watch this video and later on, as you open our practice video or our healing video, you will know exactly what's going on. Okay. The first thing I would like to talk about is our senses and our feelings. Suffering and healing. In the past, we learned that we need to focus on the organs. We need to heal the organs. Yes, that's very true. When we clear the organs, we heal ourselves. But what happens if after we heal the organs and we continue to make mistakes and we continue to bring suffering to ourselves? How do we clear that? We cannot blame our suffering to somebody else. I believe that we need to focus and understand we cause our own suffering. The reason we cause our suffering is because we are not grounded. We are not grounded. We don't know how to overcome our fear or our anxiety. So here, this is what I like to share with you. Our eye. Our eyes are the windows of our soul. We look out to life. What happens if we just look in a negative eye? The negative eye come to us because of over as we watch TV, movie, or whatever we see from people. In the teaching, the Holy Spirit say we need to retrain our eyes. So our eyes will look at everything with compassion, with loving, and not judging. We need to practice to look however it is. We watch that just like watching a movie and not to hold it in ourselves, not to bring that to our body, not to program that to our body. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about our ears. How do we hear? How do we receive in the information? Whether it is from our eyes or from our ears. We need to practice listening, receiving it, and again, not to react, not to judge, not to take it in. The minute we take it in, the minute we bring suffering to us, It is just like a computer that was programmed with negative information. We need to retrain our ears, listen with loving kindness, listen with appreciation. And again, we don't take side. We just receive information exactly as we receive it. No judging. No judging is the key of the teaching. We need to know how to receive the information and transforming that information to peace, to happiness, and to love. Our mouth, our tongue, our vocal cord. Communication is the number one key causing suffering. If we are not skillfully know how to transform our thought, know how to transform our feeling, our hearing, so that we can practice mindfully to express ourselves. It is so essential to reconnect to all of our senses and feeling, and our nose is not an exception. Our nose affecting a lot, affecting a lot. Now, the heart only can take love, but the mind have the ego. So how do we control so our mind and our heart can realign in love and peace? Every time when your mind connect with you and you can feel that negative thinking, you know right away, aha, the mind is not aligned with the heart. Right away, we need to slowly, compassionately learning to transform our mind. So when we know that negative is here, positive is here, they are not in align with each other. We need to rethink until your thought connect to loving and kindness. And as we do the active exercise, whatever I receive, however I receive the information, I just speak it out to you so we can skillfully realign ourselves as we continue to go deeper to the practice. So all of this information don't just happen in April, on and off. It continued to come into me. But lately, it is become so powerful. And the Holy Spirit is really with us every morning to guide us through with the teaching. So I would like to invite you to tune in and listen. Our feeling, our feeling is so important. We want to be connect to happiness. We want to connect to joys, to love, to peace, to contentment. We want to connect to appreciation and gratitude. The teaching is so simple, but it does take time to transform. Now, the second thing that I like to mention, and I have mentioned on and off during the practice, we are in this body. We are actually is not this body. We are the Holy Spirit. Only our soul really belong to us. We need to practice to live a life of a Holy Spirit. We are the Holy Spirit. We come to this life to learn, to practice, to heal, to transform, and to love. If we just connect to this lifetime in this physical body, it is not enough. Live the life of a Holy Spirit. It's just simple like that. Where we come from, there's only love and peace, happiness and joy. The key is come back to purity. Many times people say, what was I talking about? What do I mean? Come back to purity. Come back to purity means taking our action as the Holy Spirit, taking our action with peace, with love, with joy, with happiness. It is so simple, but it is not simple. And I'm sure the Holy Spirit will continue to guide us through many more lessons until we get it. Now, when we talk about healing, because we've been doing so much healing in our group, we do healing twice a day in our group now. So I just might explain to you how to receive healing. I like to emphasize this because not only for our group, but I continue to get busier and busier to do healing session for so many people. I'm retired now. I'm supposed to slow down, but my career just exploded now. Now I do it internationally, connect with friends and clients from all paths of life around the world. Some of us, we have practiced for a while. We know, but some of us, we don't know. When you come to a healing session on Zoom or over the phone or one-on-one, It need, it's best if we can tune into our heart, center ourselves with our breath. We don't receive healing session with a cell phone on that it just ringing every few minutes. We don't receive healing session when the TV is on behind the scene and I can hear the voice or the dog barking. I don't know how to control that, but I know most of the time, even the dog and the cat, if they're in the room, the minute the healing session begin, they calm down and they just lay flat, receiving healing session. So if your dog hungry, you need to feed your dog first before you come to the healing session. Dogs and cats, pets are welcome to come to the healing session. They know how to receive and they receive very well. So if the dog is barking, there is a reason that the dog is barking. So you need to take care, give him food, water, or whatever. Check him out before he comes to the healing session with you. Now, when we come to a healing session, does that mean I am actually healing you? I have to say this. I rather not take credit for the healing session. The healing session come from the Holy Spirit. They use me as a conduit, transmit that energy through me to you. Whether you heal or not, it has nothing to do with me. When you sit or laying in front of me, you are actually the healer. The healing, how powerful it is. Yes, of course. If I am grounded myself, I do a lot of meditation and practice. The session become more powerful when I'm there with you. Instead of you receive a healing session from someone that learned in the book and do it step by step, as the book say. In my healing session, I no longer have step by step as I will train. I already let that go a long time ago. I can just intuitively go deep and transmit that session to you. If you are there receiving the healing session and the TV is on in the background, you cannot go inward. You cannot tune in. You cannot center yourself. You cannot go deep in meditation. My teachers, Master Junilin, I have to mention this. I was very blessed because I took on of his classes with him, with the masters. So all of the classes that I have learned, there is only one time I learned with a certified instructor. The rest I learned with Master Lin and other powerful masters. When I am doing a healing session, I am at a very high dimension. I am guided, and however the energy transmit to me, I'm sending it directly to you. So I like you to calm down your mind, center yourself, open your heart, so the healing transmission will come to you as deep as you can receive, or deeper as I'm explaining to you today. Okay? So it's very good to receive in healing session. Now, whether you heal it or not, that have a lot to do with many things. And one of that is your karma. So I'm saying this with my sincerity. I'm saying this because I care about you. Whether you receive in the healing session one-on-one, privately with me, or in a group session, I'm telling you, I'm guarantee with you, if I do a group healing session, 5 people there, all 5 people, they can feel the transmission. They know exactly where the energy go in their body. Now, if I do that in a group of 30 people, 30 people, they all overjoyed receiving it. And I very rarely I have someone that cannot feel anything. Very rarely. So I like you to practice Qigong diligently. The healing session come to you. You will receive it more if you know how to cultivate your energy. You need to cultivate your inner energy. It is very, very important. Just for practicing Qigong every day, you heal yourself very well, especially if you practice in a group session. Our practice group is not only a Qigong practice group, our practice group is a spiritual practice group. There is the difference. There's the difference. So I'm just humbly inviting you to refocus so you can heal yourself better. I rather you come to the practice group from the beginning to the end. What I mean is, if you can get up early, like in our group, the morning group, we do the small universe meditation first before we do the active exercise, and then the healing. The evening, we do the active exercise first, the healing, and then the small universe meditation. If you, in the morning, if you can get up early, do everything. But if you cannot get up early or you have other commitment, you cannot come early. That is okay, because you can just come for the active exercise and then receiving the healing. And then maybe in the evening or another time during the day, you can practice the small universe meditation. That is good. So as we deepen our practice and as we serious with our practice, that's the way to do. I notice some of us now only come for healing, but even come late. And this is very uncomfortable for me to say, but for your own benefit, for your own benefit, I like you to get more serious. So I'm not saying who, I'm not going that route. I don't mean anybody, but I just, probably the main thing I say is when you receive healing session on Zoom, in the group practice, or individually, turn your TV off. You need to center yourself. Maybe you need to do a 10 or 15 minute silent meditation before you come to the healing session. So I'm not difficult, but I just feel that I am at the point now. I like to continue to give out good quality healing session to friends that are serious, on healing themselves. Now, the next thing that I would like to talk about is, as many of you have noticed lately, it becomes so powerful when we in the group practice. Even during active exercise, a lot of healing energy already transmit to us. So powerful the way the Holy Spirit guides us with our movement. Some day our active exercise and our group healing combine in one. And what I did is I post one copy, the same copy, but I post in the practice group, and another one I post into the group healing. But they are the same file because I don't want to confuse you. But I rather not to use my head and do it the way I like to do. I rather be guided and do it as up there they are training us. I feel that it is better benefit for all of us. Okay? So the next thing that I would like to talk about is when I do group healing session, I do use my hands. But I am at the point now, there will be time you will see that I just sit in stillness. And I try not to do that because I don't want to be misunderstood. But I have been training myself to use my intuition to do the healing. So in the future, if you see during the group healing session, and I just sit there, I might guide you so you can go deep in meditation. But I don't tell you, okay, I'm doing this organ, I'm doing that organs, or my hand is not moving. That doesn't mean I don't do anything. Because I am at the point now, I just sit in stillness and I can transmit our energy. just like I always do. So I just rather give you uh, the information ahead of time. The last several weeks, those of us that practice every day, I'm sure you have noticed the healing session actually not from me, but I was guided to connect to the sun, sending the sun energy to certain part of your body. You can feel the heat. You can see the light. And it was so powerful. Some other time, as we do the rainbow meditation, it is the same way. So I just feel like, however the universe guided me, I just transmit it out exactly the same way. And I feel that is the signature of our practice. It just becomes so powerful, very, very powerful. And I'm sure that you have agreed with me. It is such a blessing to receiving the healing session as we connect to all of the elements from the universe. And how several sessions in a row, as we vibrate to a higher dimension, when we connect to that oval circle and we floating with all of the elements in the universe, we open our heart, we send our love, we direct our love in intention to the sun or the moon, the constellation, or the rainbow, and right away the information just come to us. Deep cleansing, deep healing come to us. Isn't that exciting? That is so exciting because only the Holy Spirit, only the universe can train us that. So I'm saying this, I'm just humbly saying this with lots of gratitude and gratefulness. Now, the last thing I like to mention is thank you to Diane and Budija for sending your testimonial and feedback to me and allowing me to use this document to share with you. And I am so grateful for that. And thank you, Diane, for allowing me to post your video on YouTube. So anytime, if you have something you would like to share with our group practice or our community, or if you like to do a testimonial to share with other people, you can send it to me or you can post it on my Facebook professional page. So that will help other people to connect to the practice and come forward. Wow, the video is getting long. So there's so much to say. There's so much to say, a lot to share. but I think that I need to stop here. Okay, and then uh, I will make another video in June, and I will try to make it sooner. April was a very, very busy month for me, and I don't know if all of you know, but I am, or I should say, I was officially retired in December of 2020. And I thought that I would have a lot of time to do things and enjoy life, and which I did. I'm sure many of you know, I love plants, I love flowers, succulent, I love nature. So I like slowly connect with them and bring them home and learn about them and everything, right? But surprisingly, my Qigong practice, my healing practice, it only slowed down a little bit and then it become busy again. So there is the need for healing. And one thing about healing is the older you are and the more you practice Qigong, the more powerful, the more thing, or I should say, the more you practice your Qigong and spirituality and connect to the universe. And especially if your intention is to help people, the universe does provide. We need a lot of healing, you know, here. So that is another thing I'm grateful. It's good for me to be busy because I know the more I do healing, the deeper I feel my heart is open more and more. And there's nothing is more spacious than that. Yes, I really am very grateful. And that also give me extra income so I can invest on my hobby to connect to the plants, the flowers, and the succulent. Yes. So let me end this video here. And I would like to post this video publicly on my YouTube channels. I feel that it will help people because certain information that I give, it is very good for everyone to know. Before I make this video, I did watch the newsletter video in April, and I also feel that there's a lot of information. People, they might not practice with us, but when they receive that information, they can connect more. They can focus more, be more digitally with the practice. Like today, I mentioned about how to receive the healing. That will help them more because I have many videos. I do healing on my YouTube channel and everybody can receive. And if they can focus themselves, they will receive better. So thank you for allowing me to post this video and the April video to publicly on my YouTube channel. Okay, and I welcome all of your feedback. Any question, any request, please feel free to send it to me by email, instant messages, or if you make a video and send it to me, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Happy healing and enjoy the practice. Bye bye. I love you.